what we have to do is, one, expose our young people at an earlier age to some of the opportunities. When you talk science, technology, engineering, and math, I look at it as 10 disciplines. The earth, ocean, air sciences, as well as information communication sciences, energy. We also look at medical science. We also look at the information communication sciences, engineering, and I'm still missing one or two. It's very broad and diverse. There's probably nothing you could do today that doesn't require some sort of math and technology in any job you have in the future. The earlier we can get our young people exposed to some of that, and then we can get resources to them and to their teachers, the better. When we brought in Real World Design Challenge, one of the reasons why I, as the state coordinator, wanted to pick this up as a new program to bring to Hawaii, the Department of Energy and PTC gave every teacher who participated $1 million worth of software. The licenses were in perpetuity with upgrades in perpetuity. This was not a one-time shot. This is software that was not found in any school in Hawaii today. A license, an educational license, cost $3,000 for one license. We had 300 licenses that were given to each teacher to bring into their classrooms. On top of that, the licenses were allowed for the students to be able to take those licenses home with them to use this software. When I talked to a lot of the students, they said they would have never had the chance in high school, and it's not just high school, we can use this in lower level schools too, but this software was designed for high school students to use this, would never had the opportunity in school to be able to play with, use, and learn. And the skills they take away from this, both the technical as well as the professional skills, because they had to do an oral presentation, and they had to defend their work, and they had some of the highest PhDs in engineering in the country review that work and challenge them. So when they went to the air and space, they had to defend it and challenge it.
Speaking of challenges, Jeff,
how would they get those opportunities?
For those young people who are watching this, who say, I don't know anything about that, what can I do, or how can I get involved in something high-tech or related to what your students and your outreach has been able to do? What's the challenge for the young people to get involved?
What we do is, one thing is you have to go out and find information. One of the things that I do in my role is we have a site called mystemhawaii.org. So just go on the web, mystemhawaii.org. There's a resource directory of lots of different programs that students can get involved in. Many of them are free, and they're on all islands across the state. The problem is, a lot of times you have a young student who would like to be interested, let's say, in marine sciences, or maybe is interested in engineering, doesn't know where to find a program. A lot of these programs don't happen in school. A lot of them are competitions and other things like this that happen after school. So this is a resource that students can find, and then they can, with those resources, can find out where they're offered, when they're offered, and how they can get involved. So my first thing is, as I said earlier, how do we get them exposed to what's out there, and then hopefully get them engaged in a program? Not every student is interested, let's say, in digital media on one end, or maybe earth or ocean sciences on the other end, or engineering in the middle, or energy. But if they have an interest, this is the way they can go out there and find out what's
Jeff,
available.
my follow-up and final question, being that we are at the state capitol, what's the message to the political, politician, otherwise government that they or we should be doing to bring about this diversification, or to do more to get science, technology, engineering, and math into the fabric of our economy and into the jobs for our kids? What's something the politicians need to hear?
I really think it's important for them to support it. One of the reasons I think coming out for Tech Day at the Capitol and bringing a lot of young students with us is to really see what's going on. When you talk to these young people, they really know what they want to do and what they're looking to learn. A lot of times the resources don't filter down to that classroom teacher. I mean, the resources may go to the Department of Education, they may go to the private schools, but a lot of times it may not filter down to the classroom teacher. And my role is to help get them resources. One, a lot of these happen after school. Two, we need professional mentors. So why we work with industry like BE here, or Booz Allen, or Lockheed Martin, is because they have people with expertise who can also act as mentors. Not just for our students, but also for our teachers. Because you got to remember, most teachers do not have a Ph.D. and most teachers did not grow up and work in industry and then come into the teaching profession. So this is as new to them as it is to the students. And so my role again is to get that out there. Anything the legislature can do as far as funding or policy to help sustain this is important. Because when I look at workforce development, it's a 10 to 15 year pipeline. When we touch a student in elementary school, they may not reach the workforce for another 10 to 15 years easy. It's a long pipeline. pipeline, and if you stop it in the middle, it's very hard to get it started again. I think Hawaii's done a great job building that pipeline, but we can't stop. When you see some of the young people walking around here, they still may have 6 or 8 years before they hit the workforce.
Jeff, lastly, let me thank you for the work that you've done with the Iolani students, bringing the victory, and as the state coordinator, I wish you the best and all the kids that are going to be out there, hopefully someday making these videos saying, you know, I listened to Jeff Bloom that day, and I wanted to get involved in science, technology, engineering, math, because we can, because we're Hawaii, we've won a state, now a national victory. Hawaii, we can do it. This is Representative Gene Ward at the state capitol, signing off saying thank you and aloha for viewing.